Hello and welcome to Modelling Misadventures, and in today's video we're back on the Chris Craft Corvette. Now in the last video I built an interior of this cabin based on the layout of the Chris Craft Corvette, and now I'm going to turn my attention to the deck and the superstructure because this isn't looking quite right. It's going to need a little bit of modification. I'm going to start by trying to sort out this area here with these side windows. The cutouts for the windows on the Aeronaut Victoria are not quite the right shape for the Chris Craft Corvette. You can see it looks a bit of a mess around here. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of filling and shaping to try and get it more realistic. Now on the Victoria there's a door in here. It's going to go like that. Of course I've altered everything so it won't fit. But I'm going to cut that down and just turn it into a window. So I've got these tidied up. Quite happy with these windows now. Look a little bit better. And now I'm going to have to go around and do quite a bit of filling of all the gaps. I'm going to use this mahogany wood filler. So I've finished filling in these gaps, and you see the mahogany filler is a bit of a different colour to the wood. It's going to need a bit of work to disguise that. But anyway, I think I can make it look okay. Just giving them joints a light sanding and a bit of a wipe down. Looking a bit better. Now I'm going to try and disguise these filler lines here. I'm going to use a brown pastel crayon. And I'm just going to basically colour it in like that. Well, that's looking a lot better, isn't it? But just going to try and put a little bit of grain on it with a pencil just to break it up a little bit. We'll see what that looks like. Look at that. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm happy with that. So I'm really happy with how this superstructure is looking. It looks pretty good, but not happy with this little gap down the side of here. And I'm going to try and make a little strip that will cover that gap up. All right, let's see if this works. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but it's going to be something like that. Gonna have to sand that down now. So I've got my two strips sanded down, and now I'm going to have a go at covering them in this silver film, which we normally use for radio control planes. Don't know how this is going to turn out. I've got my strip cut and now we'll iron it on. All right, here we go. Tack it on at the middle, I think, first. Oh, that looks lovely. I think that is going to look very nice on the boat. Look at them. So I'm going to try and glue these on. I don't want to get any glue on the sides of this wood here, so I'm going to put some cling film over it like that. Right, here we go. Right, see if it'll come off. Aha! Success. That looks nice, doesn't it? Now I've ended up with a gap along the top of this window here as well, so I'm gonna have to put a bit of filler on top of that. So I've made this little guard here with clear tape, and I'm gonna put some filler along the top of there. Well, that's come out pretty well. Looks nice. I'm just gonna disguise it. Right, let's see how this looks on. Should just go on there like that. Strip should overlap. Lovely. That's looking really nice. I like that silver strip. Well, that top half of the boat is looking really nice now. I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. So the next stage of this is going to varnish the deck. Right, I've got it all masked up inside and out. Covered the hull in some cling film and protected all the insides. I'm not a big fan of masking, but got this bit masked off as well. Just 3D printed a couple of masks for those deck pieces. And now I'm going to give it a few coats of this Rust-Oleum Gloss Clear. Well, I've got plenty of coats of varnish on there and it's looking pretty nice. If you look really closely though, the finish is not perfect, so I'm going to see if I can improve on that slightly by sanding and polishing it. So I'm just doing a little test on this bit here, and I've sanded that back with 240 grit sandpaper. You can see here the varnish surface is still a bit rough. Let's see if this looks better. Well, you can see here that the sanding and polishing is going to give that a much nicer finish. So I'm going to do the whole deck. Here we go again. Well, I've lost all my lovely shine. I hope I can get it back. Well, that's after going through the sandpapers up to 10,000 grit, so got a bit of shine back. And now I'm just going to go through the polishing compounds. Still not happy with this finish. I've had a go at polishing it. It's coming up uneven, so more sanding, and now another coat of clear, but different make. Well, after days and days and days of trying to get this right, I've finally got a finish that I'm actually happy with. I'm gonna call it a day at that. All right, let's get it unmasked. Well, there it is. Finally got the superstructure finished. I think it's looking a lot nicer now. Down the side and up on the top. So that's been a bit of work, but I'm glad how it's turned out. There's not much left to do on this boat now, just a few additional exterior details. But I'm going to call it a day on that video. So thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time on Modelling Misadventures.